presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us this morning. Dow is up 136. Nasdaq's up 26. S&Ps are up 14. We got gold up 2. Oil is flat at 98.24. You get bonds off half a point at 142. King dollar's down 21 ticks. You get the euro up 42 ticks. And Amit is in the north end. I was listening to that tiger out there. Yeah,
okay,
Amit is in the north end.
Yeah, pretty good place, huh?
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah.
Now, what's your favorite dish there?
Veal, not veal parmesan. It's the one with the veal franchise. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
So they did it in an egg batter.
Okay.
With lemon.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man,
It was insane.
they just pound that thing down and
That's
nice
right.
and thin. And
That's.
now, do you get a chance to go back there?
I do.
When you're
I
up there,
brought
do you?
Angie there.
Okay.
I brought Angie there. I haven't been back there for a good
Good wine
7
list?
or 8 years.
Good wine list?
Well, you know what they have? So, Aminis has a history, too, folks. This is quite a history. I could tell you some great stories, actually. It started out as a as a cafeteria.
Okay.
And then it turned into a full-fledged restaurant. And
Yeah.
the family that owns it lives there also.
Okay.
So
Those are cool.
It's at the corner of Richmond and Thatcher.
Yeah.
And it's a big building. But it's a great place.
Yeah.
And it has a good history.
Yeah, and growing up in Detroit, we had, growing up in those big, industrial,
Yes.
big cities or what have you, and especially Detroit is a very ethnic city.
Right.
All the different,
just like
towns,
Boston.
right?
Yeah,
okay.
right.
And actually, it's not there anymore. But there was this really great French restaurant.
Okay.
That they had that my wife and I, others used to go. We used to go there, but it was a
Right.
small place. Okay.
Right.
But it was the husband was the maitre d'.
Right.
The wife was one that was cooking in the back. In this real seedy, nasty area
Yeah.
of Detroit.
Right.
But absolutely, I forget the name of it, but I'm sure somebody listening will probably. And you would go there, and just simply the way that it was a first-class place. I mean, just simply
Yeah.
the way that they treated you and everything. And
Well,
fabulous food.
listen to this, folks. This is pretty wild. So picture, I grew up in South Boston, but so in Boston you got all these ethnic deals going on.
Yeah.
And my friend Georgie and I, right? And if you're out there, Georgie, what's happening, brother? And he does listen. It's hilarious. He calls
That's
me.
good.
This has been my best friend since we're like 10 years old.
Oh, that's cool.
So, we're from South Boston, but we're always in the North End.
Yeah.
I mean, always,
Yeah.
right? So, picture, we're 10, 11, 12 years old, man. We're running around the North End.
Yeah.
Eating pizza, bread, and the whole thing. Well, what ends up happening, of course, I'm black Irish, right?
Okay.
So, and at that point, in the North End, there's no way that you want Irish running around the North End. They'd be banging it out. Oh, yeah, they had a school, Christopher Columbus, over there, right?
Yeah.
And, I mean, there'd be big brawls, man, all the time.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. But make a long story short, so what ends up happening is that, I knew almost all the people that ran these restaurants, because we were just small at the time. You grow up running around the streets, right?
For sure.
So what ends up happening is that now I'm going to fast forward you like 10 years later. I get out of the service, I come back, and, me and George are in some restaurant, and at that point, what was happening is that all the waitresses, right, were really running numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get all these little brown bags. Yeah, I mean that was normal. Though.
Okay,
do you know what I mean? That was normal.
Yeah.
Every restaurant was almost a bookie joint, right?
Okay, all right.
So we're in there and we're eating, and I say to Mary, this was actually in Pizzeria Regina, and I say to Mary, I says, Mary, something about St. Patrick's Day or something. She looks at me, she says, what are you talking about? She says, you're Irish? So the whole time, right? This is going back 10 years. They thought I was Italian.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, isn't it great? It's so funny, man. Because I always say to my grandmother, and we had a huge family, folks. My grandmother had 13 in the family, and 13 children.
No kidding.
And I always say, I said, Nana, what happened to me?
Yeah.
You know, because my cousin's got all freckles and stuff. And I'm looking, I'm saying to myself, you know, and she'd chase me around the house, man. Oh, she'd flip out, man. Because I said to her, I says, I think the Spanish Armada hit us, Nana. And it wasn't funny with her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? But that, you know, that's what makes cities. I mean, that's what we're all mongrels. That's what I love.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
You know, it's funny. People think South Boston's Irish, but it's really Irish, Italian, Lithuanian, and Polish.
Yeah.
That's all those triple deckers.
Yeah.
That's, you know, because I think all these different clans came over at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, they all ended up in the same place.
Yeah, in the same, you know, neighborhoods, the whole thing, and that's how it was built, and it's cool because
it's dynamite.
That's what was one of the great things about growing up in the Detroit area, was you had all this great ethnic food that was out there that you could eat. You know,
and you understand different ways to cook food, how different people relate to each other. I mean, one of my other good friends is Richie Kapaski, right? Now you get a picture. A big Polish mother?
Yeah.
Watch out, man. I mean, watch out. Because these Polish guys, these guys were big. It seems like they're always, and they're thick, right?
Yeah.
Their mother would take them. Forget it, man. You know what I mean? He'd be the toughest guy in the street, right?
Too funny.
No, seriously, the toughest guy in the street, and all of a sudden you're at home, right? Yes, Mom. You know, the mother ruled that house. Ruled it, man. So it's cool. It's funny. It was great listening to Tony talking with you. Right?
Yeah. Now, what's the eliminate the brain damage? What was that?
Oh, that was
what?
That was You know, that's my first newsletter. Let's eliminate the brain damage.
Okay.
You can see how whacked out I was, right?
No. Hey, you know, it's apropos for today.
Yeah, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. You know, so you got your wish last night.
I did. That's right.
Last night we're leaving the office, and Steve said to me, folks, he's oh man, we need a pop overnight here.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him and saying, what are you talking about? We need a pop overnight.
No, they need that Euro to do its thing.
Yeah, you got
absolutely.
it. You got it good too.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, you know what was so good, you know, was the Gartley buy pattern. Just simply having the nice Fibonacci numbers that was coming in on the Euro-US dollar,
right?
You know, at the 0.786, at a 1.618, and when you see just the setup on this, and also the other thing was that you were coming right into the breakout area, you know, from going back from whatever piece of information was released.
Right.
Probably the Federal Reserve, you know, was going to save the world. So you know, we had it coming back right to where we wanted to. And then, you know, it's really, the first move was just simply to get up to the 0.382, you know, which it did that by the 6 o'clock time frame.
Right.
And then when it started pushing up, I was like, okay, oh baby, we're going to have a real nice pop in the market. This thing's going to get up to the 786 area. But boy, that thing just sold off over, you know, once it got up to the high, then it just started selling off. And I was sitting there saying, oh no, come on, don't. You know, I mean, I expect a normal pullback, which is all that it really did.
Right.
Which was great.
Right.
But, you know, I didn't want it to sell off just yet.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you know what's funny is that I was just taking Harley out, and the Euro was at 134.07.
Yeah.
And I was trying to nail it then, and then it goes on 134. I said, oh, I better nail it now. So,
yeah.
You know, it was there. But I never expected it to fall apart that quick after it, actually. You know,
right,
it's back up there, you know, to 73 right now. But that did come down quick.
Yeah.
You know.
Like I was telling you, I was up at about, I don't know, around 3 o'clock or so, 3:30. And then at 5 o'clock or something like that was when all of a sudden Cameron came on and he said, no, I'm not signing on any new treaty or anything like that.
Right.
And that's when I expected to say, okay, we're not going to.
Now Cameron's in Britain, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to do anything. They
were expecting, you know,
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. And he just came on and said, no, you know, we're our own island.
Yeah, they didn't get sucked in the first time.
That's
They're
right.
never going to get sucked in.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
I mean, you figure, you know, they ran the world. You know, it's going to take
for sure.
They're not going to give up the printing press. Giving up the printing press, you might as well slice your throat.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, that's what you've been saying,
right.
You know, and there's no way that they were going to do that. And you know, it is pretty amazing. It'll be interesting to see how the media pushes this out. But the reality is, they're walking away with an agreement to maybe agree on some things at a later date, right? I mean, the same stuff over and over and over again.
I'll bet against those politicians every time.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that bet.
Yeah,
I absolutely like that bet.
I know you do.
You know, and folks, what if you well, the bottom line, I expect we're going to see heavy volatility today, but because what I expect you're going to see, and it can come out of nowhere, is a downgrade either in the sovereign debt today, or the banks. And if it's not today,
S&P,
it's going to be tonight.
They did signal that, right? They were saying, hey, depending on what's going to come out of this,
they've told
right?
them 5 times, okay?
Yeah.
And, you know, of course, the countries are going to be flipped out, the banks are going to be flipped out, but they're just going to come back and say, what are you talking about? We told you. We told you 3-4 times in a row.
Yeah, I mean, if you punch up what the interest rates are on Italy right now, we were back up over 7 at 3 or 4 this morning. So I don't. Where's it at now?
We at 6.3 right now.
Okay.
So, you know, you get France at 3.2, you get Spain at 5.6. Big numbers, man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know, you know what came out this morning, too? So check this out, folks. This is going to be interesting to see how this, they're claiming that they're going to cap the fund at $660 billion or $770. But it's like, where are they even going to get the 770?
Well, that's right.
And where's the cap coming? You know, it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Right.
You know, where's the cap coming?
Well, I thought they were going to do 2 funds. Like they're trying to throw out everything out there as if just throwing out some information, you know, is going to stabilize their problem, stabilize the market.
Yeah.
No way.
Well, the market. What you're going to see, folks, which is pretty neat, is that you're going to see that the market's bigger than anything. The market is going to put the politicians on their knees. That's what you're going to, you know.
No, absolutely.
The Gottlieb patent. The Gottlieb patent's going to put them on their knees. You want to know what about Gottlieb patent, folks?
That's
We're
right.
going to check out Steve's newsletter right now. You get a month, absolutely free, money-back guarantee.
Go. That's right.
You know, because the bottom line, I mean, you know what is amazing? It absolutely is amazing. It seems these currencies, they just love these numbers. They do. I mean, they're not married to them, but they might as well be married to them.
They do. That's why, you know, you just in the currency trading, you're just really looking at the patterns and you're looking at the bars.
Right.
That's it.
And that's it.
And it becomes and it becomes pretty simple, and it's just a matter of, you know, if it moves past one area, where it's going to likely go to, so you can understand the stop that you've got to have in place.
Yes.
But it's the same. You know, you can use this. What's so nice is to have a correlation, like you've been able to point out to us, and I've been able to help people visually see, you know, tick for tick, in essence, so that they could then understand it. Because then what we're really trying to do is really help to eliminate the fear.
Right.
You know, because what stops people from taking action, you know, is that fear, the fear of loss, if you will.
Right.
And the reality is, even when you're doing nothing, when you're sitting on the sidelines doing nothing, you're losing.
Yes.
You know, we really want folks to be able to come into these markets and be able to take advantage of this volatility.
Big time. Big time.
It really is a great time to.
And all you got to do is pull out a little every day or every other day.
Yeah.
Just pull it out.
Yeah.
Ring that bell. That's the Buzzy Schwartz, folks. He's a big time trader, and if you've ever he's in the original Market Wizards. And that's his whole deal. I mean, he's so right. You know, you get in the green to ring the bell. You get in the green to ring the bell. You get in the green to ring the... You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's one of those analogies that's easier said than done.
That's
you can say it easy, but you know what? If you don't ring the bell, you know, it goes from green to red.
Hey, we've been ringing the bell in my newsletter.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is beautiful.
Ding, 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 ding. You stay right there, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow up 122, NASDAQ up 24, S&P's up 13. We're going to be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end, as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only. And one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Hi, folks. Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you, folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. And, of course, coming into the weekend, we hope everyone's going to have a great weekend, safe weekend. Market-wise out here, folks, you get the Dow up $1.24, NASDAQ up 23, S&P's up 13. So, talk to me. I know when I was listening to your 9 o'clock show.
Yeah.
Well, even you told me last night you wanted this pop. And you wanted this pop because of what?
Well, if you just simply take a look at the lunar cycles that are out there, especially as you're coming into a full moon. Now, the full moon has been a great, a really great turn date, especially as markets have moved down into it.
Okay.
And that has been the primary cycle. That's not always the way it works, but you want a market either moving up or down into the actual date.
And we go into a full moon now?
We're going into a full moon, on Saturday. Now, look, the market can pop up today. It can also move up on Monday, and also is happening on a weekend, if you will. And and look, right now, I mean, I'm short.
Yeah,
so and I'm looking to get more short. That's right, exactly. Okay, and so so I am just and folks, what all that really is about is taking a look at the Euro-US dollar on even longer term charts to see where it is that we're out there.
Right.
Recognizing that this is really all about understanding. All you have to really do is understand King Dollar and understand just a basket of currencies in order to be able to, give you an idea of where the trade is at. It's understanding the channels of the New York Stock Exchange and where we're at. And, when we get up towards the top of those channels, that's where you really want to start taking a look at, it being short. So for me, from a lunar cycle standpoint, I wanted to see us move up. So actually, the way the euro was behaving last night,
it was perfect.
Yeah, it was because when it held that 0.786 area,
right?
And it came back down and it tested it once more, this morning. And popped again. This is really what we want to see.
And right now, I mean, we might have an A to B equals C to D happening.
That's right.
Which would bring it down to the lows, which is just perfect.
Yeah.
Let's go to Jeff in Minneapolis. Hey, Jeff, what's going on?
QC's there. Coming up on the economy on Bloomberg.
Okay. He's listening to Bloomberg. Hey. Let's go to a Dave in Boston. Hey, Dave, what's happening?
Hey, gentlemen, how are we doing today?
We're doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Hey, boy, it's a beautiful day in Boston. Hey, Tom, you ever remember Polcari's in the North End way back when?
Absolutely, man.
I used to hang out there.
I love it. And so the place he's talking about, Polcari's is the guy that actually opened Regina's. He owns Regina's. I mean, they own... what's too bad is that if you go to the North End, folks, what Dave's talking about, Polcari's, he actually had almost the whole block there because he sold the parking lot. What a shame, I just parked there, last time I was in Boston. That parking lot, man, they never should have sold that parking lot. But yeah, I imagine you have a lot of good stories hanging at Polcari's.
Polcari's and Anthony's Pier 4. What a city, Tom. I'll tell you, though, I wouldn't mind switching where you're at because last winter was horrendous. I was shoveling my roof. Ridiculous, but... I know.
You know what? What's interesting? Now, coming back there now, it is still, I'd rather be here now. But growing up in the city, that was a unique time in Boston, I think, too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's great, folks. Don't get me wrong, but what the difference is that it's what would it be? It's not upscale. That's not the. Well, it was rougher then. I mean rougher in a nice sense.
See, the difference between you guys and me, you can still be in Boston.
Yes.
Okay, in Detroit, you're not going to be in downtown Detroit.
Yeah, right.
Right. These days.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Steve, I got to tell you, man, you saved me yesterday because I had covered my short positions when I saw that mini rally, and then they tanked the market, and then I didn't know whether to reshort at the close. And then when I got your video update, you totally gave me a game plan, and boy, did it work out.
Oh, that's great.
Kudos, man. You were right on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And even after it came out last night, they had first reported that. Hey, those are the Boston Bruin fans, Steve.
That's right. That's right. That's okay. Hey, playoff hockey's different.
They reported that they had failed, and then the futures came down.
That's right.
And then they went up again. So, man, you were right on that. But my question is, and I want to follow the fib retracements you got on that.
Yeah.
Now that they push the can down the road, they make an odd form. They're going to revisit this in March.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get some volume to the upside, we're going to have to watch that because they could continue this rally a bit, I would think, no? Or an options expiration next week. How does that play in? Any thoughts?
Well, the real thoughts are just simply the mere fact of, so when I take a look at also the lunar trading strategy, and you see that, and so what we do want, what I was telling Tom, hey, look, be careful on any shorts in the euro overnight because this thing should pop up. And and I wanted to see the markets move up into this full moon.
Right.
So
Perfect.
Well, look, you know the routine. We're risking 1% on each trade, if you will. We've got the stops in place, and it's been working, and we're going to let it keep working.
Hey, you're the best, man.
Thanks.
Anyone, I suggest give it a shot. It's a great program.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate that, Dave.
Take care.
You bet.
I think we're gonna have a big. Polcari's, Armina's get together.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
And all you folks across the country, we're going to get you there. You're going to love it.
O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this traders market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com under newsletter. Hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Did you know that the price of gold is up over 24% this year, while the GDX, the Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, is actually down 1.4% this year? Not all gold stocks are created equal, and not all gold stocks move with the price of gold. In October, Tom O'Brien recommended a buy of FCX in his gold report, and only 6 trading days later advised his clients to close the position, profiting almost 22% in this one trade. During the same 6 trading days, the price of gold was barely up 5%. Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives investors the inside edge they need to profit in this gold market. Each Monday morning, Tom issues a gold market update at around 9:30 a.m., then issues a full report each Tuesday afternoon. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. To order your gold report with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to TFNN.com today or call 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, author of Mastering Probabilities, a daily investment and trading newsletter, and teacher of the money game. Studies show that 3 out of 5 people are afraid for their life in trading these markets, and the number one reason given is fear of loss. Look, fear stands for false evidence appearing real, and the money game proves it. Lesson number 1, don't risk more than 1% of your trading capital on any trade. Why, you ask? Because 35 trades in a row where you risk 50 cents and make $1 are all you need to double your trading capital, versus the 230 losing trades in a row you would need to bring your balance to $100. Let me teach you more about the money game risk-free for 30 days. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, for your 30-day risk-free trial. You were born to be a money master, and I'll teach you how.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We get the Dow up 127, Nasdaq up 24, S&Ps are up 13. You got gold up 340. Bonds are down 0.5 point. And I suspect what we have happening right now, folks, is that you're going to see King Dollar make a move before the next break here. We're at that. They made a small move up. We're down 13 ticks right now, and we're an hour into it. So
yeah. So just to quickly get back to Dave, because he was asking a good question, if you will. And so, as I was mentioning to folks, when you just take a look at the longer-term chart on the euro.
Yes.
Okay, so the 120-minute chart is not where I'm making my longer-term decisions from.
Okay.
Okay, although a 2-hour chart is in a currency market, that's pretty long. That's pretty long-term chart, though, folks.
Right.
But when you take a look just simply at the daily Euro USD, what you can see is that we're now trading inside that October 4th area. And the bounce that the euro had from its last high that was out there on October 27th all the way down to the low that it made on November 25th, it has not been able to get up to a 0.382 retracement.
Right.
And that is just right now you couldn't get a louder speaker coming at you.
Right.
Technically, when you just take a look at the chart, telling you that you've got big problems. Now, of course, we know there's big problems out there.
Yeah,
simply
exactly.
by what's going on. But simply from a chart standpoint, and we're trading back inside here.
Right.
And so the likelihood of us going back down and testing that October 4th low, which is what we've been calling for, which is what, which really, I've suggested that the bulls
is normal.
Want to see that happen,
right.
and be able to get a release of information, because the longer that stays out there,
right,
the worse that it becomes. So, so that's where, when I take a look, Dave and anybody else out there on the longer term chart on the euro, and then all you have to do then is go over to the pound. And if you go over to the pound, you'll see that the pound made it back, I think, to the 0.382. But that also is got troubles out there. Let me see. Where's the pound chart here on the daily? So you can see the pound chart, what it did was it's only made it up to the 0.382 as well. Which is, you would expect it to pull back and then do an ABC up.
Right.
And it hasn't been able to do that.
Right.
And so, you got those two currencies inside King Dollar.
Yes. And what... The time frame on this chart we're looking at?
This one here, this is a daily.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's also signaling that it's got some real problems with regard to the bounce. If this thing had bounced up to the 0.382, which would be normal, pulls back, and then it goes back up, makes an ABC up, you would expect that. But because it hasn't been able to do that,
right?
It's just saying, there's problems.
And what's intriguing here, folks, is that I'm short the euro also, and what worries me is that because it didn't make the bounce, just as you're saying, it's like it should make a good bounce.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to, I've closed it a couple times, meaning intraday, and then reopened them on the bounces. But that is the danger point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That it hasn't made a bounce. It's like, oh man. Now that the other side of that is, as Steve just said, it's showing the weakness, and it could be a monster ABC down. So I want to make sure that I'm positioned.
On a daily chart. It absolutely is.
Yes.
Right now, in lieu of anything else that's out there, it truly is. And so, whether the pattern sets up that I'm looking for right now intraday on the euro or not, because the closer we get towards the afternoon, folks, the question that you have to ask yourself is, if you are long euros, if you are holding euros, do you want to take them in over the weekend? Is there anything, chart-wise, there's nothing that tells you want to do that.
No way.
I just showed you that.
No way.
So fundamentally, is there some piece of information that you have that would make sense, to do that? I don't think so. And you were pointing out a good thing that I wasn't even picking up on, which was that the S&P during the week, had been broadcasting that they were really waiting to see what came out of the session on Friday. And clearly, there's not anything good enough fundamentally for them to not downgrade.
And so, picture, folks, their markets close in 1 hour, right?
Yeah,
and you can expect after that, you're going to get an announcement, and it's going to croak. The euro and the dollar, King Dollar is going to get that crown on, man.
Love it, baby.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. You get the Dow up 105, NASDAQ up 20, S&Ps are up 11. We're going to be right back.
Give the gift of silver. This holiday season, TFNN and Great Panther Silver want to give you the gift of silver. From now until December 30th, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only, and one lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins that we will mail to whomever you desire. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks, just a simple drawing, allowing you to give the gift of silver this holiday season. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in, or your trading style, the Opening Call, Basil Chapman's daily market newsletter, is bursting with the information and trades you need to become a more successful trader.
I've been using Basil Chapman's Chapman Wave methodology for several years now. His Chapman Wave can be used for any time period for not only equities, but futures, currencies, commodities. I've been also a subscriber of his Opening Call, which I find an invaluable tool to help me analyze the potential of the market each day. He gives you opportunities to go short and long. It includes recommendations on stocks. I strongly recommend people using the Chapman Wave, and I very, very strongly support the use of his Opening Call.
To find out more about Basil Chapman and his Chapman Wave methodology, and to get your 2-week free trial of the Opening Call, a $64 value, visit TFNN.com today.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And I'm very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, Did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted at was less than you guys said, so, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 109, NASDAQ up 23, S&P's up 11, and we get the dollar, got about half of it, got another few more ticks to get positive. The euro basically is flat right now at the 133.41.
Yeah.
And I suspect, just as you said, as we move into the day, folks aren't going to want to go home long euros, period.
Yeah. There's just no way.
Yeah.
I don't even know when their next meeting is.
Their next meeting is...
Well, it's going to be when as the euro starts pulling back and puts more pressure on the markets. And didn't hear anything out of Timmy Geithner, I don't think, was other than the fact that he went over there.
Right.
Trying to lay things out, but I don't think anybody was listening.
Yeah, I mean, it's... hey, it looks to me like all the announcements were out yesterday morning when we were on. That was the whole ball of wax. And, one after the other, that's when they come out, they knew that nothing's going to happen, and they wanted to see if they could bull the market around. So, it's not there. It's not there, man. Let's go take a look at some of the high-volume stocks out here, even though we don't have any high volume. You get BAC. Sure. BAC's up 15 cents. Oh, Blue Coat must be getting taken over. That's up 771. DuPont's down 220. That's
I was noticing that this morning.
Let's go look at DuPont, because that is a monster, no doubt.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, and you're down with volume. We bring this back to 09. We take a look at a weekly.
DuPont should already had earnings out.
They come out. They come out with the warning this morning.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is written all over it. Yeah, if you want to see something written all over it, folks, says DuPont comes off a high of $56. April goes down to 37, and comes back up with 43 million versus your downdraft of 60 million. And it's going to blow out again.
Yeah, 9 million shares already.
0.6. Well, what's going to get interesting on this is that the Dow stocks have the top line number have been up. Now what you're going to see is that the top line number, is going to start having some problems.
Yeah, and from a currency standpoint, an export standpoint.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly. Big Blue is testing out here again. And inside the Dow, what we look at, let's see. So inside the Dow, putting juice into it today, you get Big Blue, Chevron, United Technologies, Caterpillar. Taken out. Well, this is interesting. There are only two Dow stocks that are red. So check. This is where it gets really sick. So listen to this, folks. There's only two Dow stocks that are red. It's DuPont and Walmart. And what you better get out of this is that when the Dow's only up 100 points.
Yeah, right.
And there's 28 that are green.
That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
You got problems.
Yeah.
You got big problems.
That's a good point.
It's sick. Let's go take a look at Intel, because we had So Intel came back, even with Texas Instruments doing the downgrade. Texas Instruments came back too. I mean, Texas Instruments down to 28.50. But what you're going to have there, that's going to be right back down there because we get high volume. Altera, ALTR. This is a perfect Howlin' Moon setup, no doubt about it. ALTR. So Altera also come back, but Altera, let's see, 4 million shares. She's going against 13 million. She's going to have too much volume, too.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, you know what is really wild is that when you see this and the company's already telling it. So
right,
the patent setup is there, the volume setup is there, everything's there, and then the company tells you, hey, we're going to make less money. They bring it down, and somehow they jam it back.
Yeah.
You know, it's still negative, but that is a big heads up. And, you know, unfortunately, people think they're getting a deal. They're getting a deal of a lifetime, man. Yeah.
So you know, walk everybody through. Okay, you've got money flowing in from pension funds and so forth.
Yes.
And you know, by rule, you know, they're supposed to be fully invested. Right?
That's correct.
Okay, so what's going on in the mind of these money managers at this stage with all the fear that's out there? And how can they play it safe? What options do they have?
They have options. I mean, the biggest options are that, okay, how much do they have in bonds?
Okay.
You know, is it 40% in bonds? And they're keeping it a 2-year bond just to not lose people's money?
Okay.
Okay. Do they have a, annuity product underneath it, a real estate product underneath it, something else underneath it, inside that? And the actual equity market, what ends up happening is that they'd be looking at and saying, okay, you know, there's plenty of money managers that don't use leverage. Okay,
yes.
And that makes a big difference, you know. And if they don't, then it's a question. All they want to do is that, am I better than the S&P? And even if the S&P is down, and that's what's so insane about the business, folks. Okay, that you know the benchmark is not if you make money. The benchmark is what is the benchmark against the S&P?
Yeah.
If the S&P is down 20%, if you're only down 18%, well, that's good.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird business like that.
Yeah.
You know, I'd say that they're really worried because as we're going into the end of the year, if I was running money, what I would do flat out is look at the parameter right now and take everything off the table. The reason being is that, of course, I think the market's going down, but I always try to look at how much you can lose versus how much you can make.
Yeah.
And in the context, because we only have about a week and a half left of real trading,
right.
If I had clients like that, I say, hold it. You know, if you don't lose their money, that's more important than making the money.
Right.
You know, and I think, you know, there's plenty of managers that will do that.
Okay.
You know, because then if it does go down, then they're going to be heroes. And if it goes up, it's not the end of the world.
Money managers versus fund managers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's say you're running a mutual fund and you've got all this money coming in. Now what do you do?
Depending what the prospectus says, if they have to put it to work, they have to put it to work. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, that's if it's in the prospectus that 93% of the fund has to be put to work, then they got to put it to work.
Yeah.
Which is a problem.
Yes.
You know. Let's go to Kathy in Cambridge. Hey, Kathy, what's going on?
Hey, Tommy, how are you?
What's happening? Here's an original tigress. I know that voice.
I love that.
Yeah, it is an original tigress. You were up in Boston? You went to North End?
I did.
When were you here?
I was here only like a week ago Friday. I had a meeting with Direction Shares. I got off the plane. I went to Direction Shares. I had the meeting, and it was so funny because I said to the guy I was meeting with, I said, I'm going from here to Regina's.
Ah, that's great.
And listen, folks, I've only eaten 2 pizzas in 3 years because I do the whole Nico diet, right?
That's right, yeah.
And both pizzas have been at Regina's.
We're there every Tuesday night. We go to Regina's.
Oh, that is awesome.
We've been doing it for 30 years.
Now, are you going? Is it just a
same Regina's?
Is it primarily a pizza?
Oh yeah,
same Regina's. It's all they sell.
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
Totally.
That's all they have.
Do you put anchovies on yours?
Oh no, my husband does.
Oh, good. I would have pizza with your husband then, Kathy.
Yep. Oh, for sure.
Well, listen, it's great hearing from you. You stay right there. Steve's going to be coming right back. All right.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Cool. That is so cool. It's unbelievable.
Good.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. Steve's going to be coming back with you. Then we get Nico, and then we get Steve, and then we get myself.
So long, America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, before December 31st from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just 1, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, the Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you have until December 31st to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Hi folks, Steve Rhodes here. Tom O'Brien and I need your help. Together, let's change the cash for gold industry once and for all. Now is the time to unleash the game changer, and that's you folks. We've all seen the power of viral marketing. It's overthrown dictators, and now it's time to rid the thieves in this cash for gold industry. Together, we can change this industry in a heartbeat. You know about our industry-leading payouts, our free tools, our video valuation, and the education that we provide to help folks value their jewelry. Tom and I are experts and the industry's most trusted team. Please join us now by spreading the word to your entire email list. We'll pay you 5% of the total payout, which on average would be $50 per transaction. 100 transactions is $5,000 in your pocket. We'd rather put our marketing dollars in your pocket and more money in your referrals pocket. Go to TigerMetalExchange.com and click on the Become a Partner button to join our team. Let's start a revolution, folks. We can't do it without you. TigerMetalExchange.com, the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman, editor of the Chapman Market Line and Trends Watch, as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, up next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Yeah, it's about 10 minutes ahead of myself here. No doubt. Basil is coming up next. Then we get Nico. We're talking with Kathy from Cambridge, and after talking with Kathy, I think we're all going to have pizza for lunch.
I think that includes everybody in the den.
Yeah.
I see pizza flying all over the place.
Pizza in Florida?
I'm sorry?
Can you buy good pizza in Florida?
There's one place, I was just telling Steve, there's one place that is a couple blocks away from it, and that's the only other place that I would have pizza. And the guy is right from Italy. He's been here about 6 months, about 8 months, and it's incredible, you know. And it's close to Regina's, but it's not Regina's. And for all you folks...
Every time I talk about retiring or moving out of here.
Yes.
My husband. We'll never get a pizza like Regina's. How are we going to ever have Regina's?
Well, you know what you do. So watch what I do, folks. When I go up there, first off, I'll eat the pizza, right? And then I normally get 10 half-cooked pizzas.
Yeah.
And I tell them, don't slice them, half-cook them. I turn around, I brought one of them to my children's house, right, and I took the rest of them home.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
And then you put them in the freezer and just pop them right in. And for all folks in the den, Regina's folks is on Thatcher Street. It's at the corner of Thatcher and Richmond, I think.
It's actually 13 and a half.
13 and a half. Look at that. That's a beautiful thing.
Isn't it great? We all have our favorite food groups from our, either the cities we live in or the ones that we're from.
It's huge.
Oh,
and, hey, and you know what, Kathy? Well, I was in shock. Okay, so Regina's now, folks. Okay, they always gave you plates. Now they give you a paper plate.
Paper plate.
Yeah, that blew my mind. I said to them, what are you doing? I said, well, you haven't been here for a while.
Yeah, they're a franchise now. Now they sell slices.
The
it's
slices.
Totally changing, but only pizza. No salads or burgers or anything.
Yeah, no, and their pizza's incredible, no doubt.
I love it.
Yeah.
But,
so
she's
listen,
going the same waitress and everything. So
isn't that cool?
Yeah, she's been there forever.
Yeah, totally. So you're going to look at the retail holders trust here?
Yeah, well, when you said that there was only two red stocks in the Dow, and one of them was Walmart, I think you said, or Home Depot, and
that's right.
Both of those seem to be breaking out. But if you look at the RTH, go back 10 years on the thing, on weekly even. They just on a weekly just got over the July high.
Right. Yes.
On fumes.
Yeah. On fumes. No, it's a failure. That's right. When I just brought it up. That's a Steve. There's no doubt. No.
Right, and you look at it on like a 10-year. It's just it's at all-time highs here.
It is. And so Kathy's saying. So check this out. So in 2007, on a monthly, you had 70 million shares up there, and you had 87. The first time up, which was in May of 11, you had 21 million. Then you had October, you had 20 million, and then you had 13 million. Yeah, it's dead meat. It's absolutely dead meat.
And if you draw, I'm looking at a channel off of the low.
Yes.
August. So I'm looking for it to hopefully break, around the 108 level.
Yeah.
And then just,
So, hey,
collapse.
let me ask you: Are you listening to the option show? I know you love options.
I know. I do once in a while, but you guys just finally got going on Apple here, you know what I mean? So it's, all of a sudden now I can watch every now and again. But,
perfect. But what do you mean every now and again? We want you to carry us around with us.
Oh, well, I'm trying, but the real estate is pretty good up here right now.
That's right.
I know you've been talking about it, and, it has to be priced extremely aggressive.
But you're in a sweet spot. I think you're going to...
Cambridge never goes anywhere.
No, Cambridge is intense, no doubt,
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Busy. But, you have, I think the auction is the way to go right now on a sale.
Yes.
You have to beat everything out there if you want to sell it quick and let the market tell you what it's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's the only way. Otherwise you sit out there and you're rot for 6 or 7 months.
Supply and demand.
Well, there's not a lot of the supply up here right now.
I know. You're in a sweet spot, Kathy. Kathy, great hearing from you.
Same here. You guys have a nice Christmas.
Okay, you too. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Tigress, she's out there growling and prowling.
I love it.
It's a beautiful thing. You stay right there, folks. We're going up to Newton, Mass. Basil Chapman back here with Nico DeHaan. Steve is going to be bringing on in 3 to 4 and 4 to 6. Be right back.